All right, in this video, we're going to do a chi-squared test of independence. The reason we know it's a chi-squared test of independence is because there are two variables. Oh, this is typed right above it, but oh well. Because there are two variables and one random sample. That is key right there. The previous video, we had a homogeneity, and that was independent random samples. This one, they're all mixed together in one hat and chosen. So if I had two types of M&Ms mixed into a bowl and I randomly scooped out a large handful of M&Ms, this would be a test of independence. And there would be two questions: what type of M&M and what color? So everything else is really similar. Expected values are calculated the same way. Degrees of freedom is calculated the same way. Your null should match the name of the test right there. I said it in the last video. Name of test should match the null. Now, that can be confusing because if you're reading in the study guide, like an AP review guide, sometimes they call this a chi-squared test of association, which isn't wrong, but the formal name of this test is an independence test. All right? So, yes, it is a test of association. We're looking for an association, but that's not the formal name of the test. Let's dive in. So we are comparing a level of anger to developing heart disease. And looks like they took one random sample. This implies independence test. So we have two variables, heart disease and level of anger. So in our null, we say something like level of anger is independent, because that's the name of the test, of developing heart disease. And for HA, you can just say they are not independent. Or many times you see they are associated. They didn't pick an alpha for us, so let alpha equal 0.5. I already pointed at the important thing, one random sample. We need to copy down our expected values. Looks like we have a 2x3. So I bet we'll need a matrix about that large. And they are probably all large enough, so I'm going to go ahead and write it. Um, 8474 is definitely less than 10% of all people with normal blood pressure. So 8474 is less than 10% of our population. And we're ready to run the test. Grab your calculator, and we're doing a chi-squared independence test. In the calculator, we need to make a matrix. So I press this button, you see it in red, and then I select the one that you see highlighted, the 3x3 matrix. Even though we don't have a 3x3 matrix, that's the Customize button. So you press that. We have 2 rows and 3 columns. Type in all your data. I need to store this, press Control var, and then I type any letter. I always type A, and our matrix is now stored as A. Go to Menu, Stats, Stat Tests, and we have a chi-squared two-way test. And you just type A, or whatever variable you picked. And there are our results. Chi-squared is 160768. Degrees of freedom is 2 again. Remember, it's rows minus 1 times columns minus 1, so that ended up being 1 times 2. The p-value is super small, 3 zeros and a 3. It is less than alpha. That's going to cause us to reject HO. Evidence suggests something. Now, I'm going to write the expecteds down. I go back to the calculator, and you press var, and pick the most recent EXP matrix. Hit enter, and copy those down to the tenths. So we had 69.7, 106.1, 14.2, 30.40, 46.24, 618.8. And yeah, they're all greater than 5. We're safe. All right, let's conclude. Evidence suggests level of anger is associated with developing heart disease. All right. I hope that made sense. See y'all later.